Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Via Travelers YouTube channel, your source for destination ideas, things to do, hidden gems in different cities across the world, as well as no-frills travel gear reviews and unboxing. Today we're going to be looking at the Travel Duffel 80 liters from Peak Design. We have it here. Peak Design, one thing that they're absolutely known for is their extreme attention to detail. And right off the bat, when I'm taking a look at the tag here, is a very, very handy manual of all the different use cases and the versatility that this product offers. Another thing about the brand in general, if you're not familiar with Peak Design, they're climate neutral, 1% for the planet, B Corp certified, and fair trade organic. Absolutely love their brand mission, everything that they stand for. The design has always been top notch. I'm very much looking forward to diving into this product. This is a massive, massive bag. So let's dive in and see all that this bag has to offer. All right, so right off the bat, if we're taking a look at this bag, one thing that you'll notice is the size. 80 liters is a massive amount of capacity. You can see it here just from it even just flat and how big it is. And to compare, I will show you the Peak Design 50 liter. And as you can see, and this isn't even expanded, right? I mean, that's a big part of any duffel, right? But as you can see, just right with the dimensions itself, the product is quite big. So let's expand the 80 liter. So this is where you really can understand how big this can get. If we have it fully expanded, it looks like there's stabilizers on both sides of the bag itself to really open it up and hold it even wider. And then on the sides here, you have storage on both sides, right here, and then even a ton of space to expand both ends here. So given the size, Peak Design actually has a name for how big this is. It's called Big and Beautiful Access. And so what that means is exactly the expandable. So if you open it up here, you can see on the sides, I'll turn it over to the side, but you can see how big this gets on the top. So you have a very heavy duty zipper on the top. I love seeing that, with additional strapping and coverage, so then this doesn't get ripped or torn down. And so Big and Beautiful Access means wider capacity. And I'll show you a side view of this as well. So this would be the main access with the main zipper on both ends for this large strap. You'll see that these are removable clips for this strap. Then you have two straps on the side with leather. Absolutely love this leather and design for carrying. And both of these are removable right here with the hooks. My one concern right off the bat in initial impressions here is that these are very sturdy and heavy duty. This is metal. This one is a plastic material on the side, and see it kind of already came off a little bit. And so over time with the pull, hopefully that will still hold. But I have slight concerns just of there's nothing really blocking except for a small clip. And then not only that, on the sides, the exterior pockets, there's two layers. So we have an outdoor layer here with very easy access, and then a deeper pocket on the inside that expands out even further. So if you lay this flat, it doesn't give you the true impression that it is indeed that big of a bag, which is excellent design from Peak Design. Then you can see how big, then it truly expands from there. So I talked a bit about the external pockets. This is great. So the small pocket, it's on both sides, right? So the small pocket, great for easy to access items, passport, things like that, wallet, as well as the larger interior for extra access to the secondary items that you might need, like things like toiletries. As always with Peak Design, there's hooks for a variety of things. You can put a tech pouch on the outside, your tripod, if you're a photographer. The options are really endless in terms of that. You'd have to buy a separate strap and hook for those. but again, usability, versatility is key with travel and packing. And then also on the top, you have a grab handle, the top or as well as the bottom. And then if you want to get a full view of how the expandability is, you can see here, right? And then even more hooks on the back. Okay, getting this duffel bag was super timely. I'm packing right now for a trip to Norway as well as Paris for the Olympics. Yeah, I'm starting to pack. I have my packing cubes from Peak Design as well. This is the mesh packing cube in small, which is 12 liters. And then I also have the extra small in mesh packing cube, which is 3 liters. So between both of these, as you can see, combined, that would be 15 liters of capacity. This is 80 liters of capacity for this bag, so that would be just under 20%. To get you a sense of size of this bag, we'll go ahead and I'll show you packing it. So if we were to open this up, here is the 15 liter, or I'm sorry, the 12 liter. And then here is the 3 liter. Okay, so 20%. And if you can take a look, plenty of additional space. It just makes me think that you could absolutely get more than 80 liters in here. The depth is incredible. The expandability is incredible. An additional thing here is that there's an opening for chargers, right? If you had something charging or you wanted a cord to rope through, that goes back into the interior of your overall bag. Obviously the packing cubes are sold separately. I also have tech pouch, the small in 1 liter, and then a large, this one's charcoal and this is black. So if you had a tech pouch, you could, if you had extra battery packs or backup, really anything, chargers and all of that. And in here, you put this, just packing it on with the cubes, make this duffel bag quite impressive, would be my thoughts here. Then if you wanted to use the exterior pockets, let's say you had SD cards or immediate chargers that you really needed to use. With the small, let's see how this fits. Fits nicely, very easy. You can keep certain if you had nice cameras or small pocket cameras, DJI, you could put that in here and you have double zip, and hopefully even strap it in here for security, in case you didn't want to either lose it or just in case of theft. And so pushing this closer, this is very, very thoughtful. You have an ID slip right here, so you can put an ID card. It is not big enough for a passport, so it is suited for an ID. It only goes just a little deep there. So then if we zip this up, there we have it. And if you grab the handles, it is getting quite sturdy. They're heavy as well. But very, very good to see that these ones are metal, because if you do carry it and you like to carry it with your hands here, plenty of strength. So for fitting, if you had this at max capacity. And these straps, given that they have the extra padding, very, very heavy duty, it can also be worn as a backpack over the shoulders. All right, this is a side view of the bag, as you can see here. So you have additional, weatherproof lining here. Different, flexible lining at the top and then more durable on the bottom. And just from having it for a little bit and touching it, there is some marks already. So marks kind of will show, and it does kind of pick up some dust or markings pretty easily. So that's one thing to consider. But if you look at it, right, this thing is not even close to being full, but plenty of versatility, right, with this, and that's a huge, huge, huge thing with travel. So taking a look at the pros and cons, the pros of this is great capacity. This is excellent for something like backpacking or an extended road trip. as well, right? Or outdoors type road trip where you have a lot of getting in and getting out of a car. And it holds plenty, right? And then the versatility, you cannot go wrong. And that's one thing that I love about Peak Design is the ability to have plenty of options and conveniences. Goes a long way with making your travel life easier. Last thing you want to do is fiddling with stuff, losing things, and versatility is the end game. A few of the cons that I would say, the price point is it's a premium product, obviously. You can see that with the quality. I haven't had it long enough to be able to test the durability, but initial reactions in terms of feel and the stitching, all the details, it does seem that it is durable. So you do get what you pay for with this type of product. As well, this is a very big bag. So the use cases are for longer trips, right? Anything that's over 2 weeks. This is probably not a weekender bag. I would suggest having something smaller, lighter, and more packable, depending on your needs, right? This would be too big for a weekend trip, or even maybe just an extended 4 or 5 day trip. This might be too big. And if you are a traveler with things like laptops, and this is the only bag you would want to take, right? You wouldn't be able to fit. You can put your laptop in here, but you may want an additional sleeve or something, right? This is very, very good bag for outdoors. Overall, I would highly recommend this product for anybody doing a backpacking trip outdoors, or and a long extended trip. Given the price point, I do think it's absolutely worth it. Peak Design truly did come through with the quality, the design, the versatility. I love the color, this green color, and I'm looking forward to giving it a test run on my trip to Norway and Paris. Be sure to watch those videos. We'll have some separate videos on both of those excursions. As always, I'll leave links to where to buy this product in the description below, as well as in the comments. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments related to this review. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to Via Travelers or check out our guides on viatravelers.com. Thanks again, and see you on the next one.